David Bean from Portland is with us once again. I don't know how many years it's been, but welcome back. Glad to have you here.
How would you like a short set? Yes? Yes. I'm not good with microphones, so when I'd like feedback when I get uneven. Death has played its part a lot this year, and it just seems to get closer. The older you get, the more friends seem to disappear. Anyway, this is called Into Flying Fish. I was down in Mexico just a month ago, but this is from a long time ago. In age, they say, long time gets short, and short time becomes long. It's 1963, and old memories come home as if yesterday. I'm among a school of flying fish off Santa Catalina Island, having spent a month long lining for albacore 200 miles offshore. Mountains of waves stream in the moonlit night, running to port in summertime, running dog watches 2 on, 2 off, the hold 17 tons full, and clouds of flying fish glistening in the moon as they surf the air before those waves. Long before I learned what a longboard was or knew anything of wave shape, as surfers do, I, singing my heart out at the moon, the Jimmy rumbling away, scent of diesel smoke on the flying bridge, singing, "Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter." As clouds of fish below move in and out of the water, and some just stay airborne. Don't they know they're fish? You can hear their crinkly wings fluttering. Clair de Lune, what a peaceful tune. There is nothing like the moon on the water at sea, dimpled by flying fish, emblazoned on my memory. So I went down to Mexico with somebody I've been doing that with for 40 years. He's now 88, and he got a case of Montezuma's Revenge. He says the first time he caught it in 60 years. He's a Viking. So this is called the Snake River Drama 2015. The sockeye salmon run on the Snake River turned around and went back down. The water, it was just too hot. Oxygen starved, they would drown. Hot water kills cold water fish, does it not? And Judge James Redden, the just judge, the judge that has said over 20 years that these salmon plans on those Snake River dams would not pass the smell test of a fisherman. And now he's retired at 82. Is that working long enough? Working long for me and you and the land we live on, the land of the Constitution that grants the right to speedy trial. You gotta smile. A smile I have not for this salmon killing plot. using dams and clear-cut forest to remove living water from the land. All I can say is fire. Rivers of fire is all we got. The law of nature does not give one jot when you think of life by the kilowatt. Thank you. So one of the people that died this year is Tom Jay, who was an inspiration to me, and I don't know how many others in here. He was a poet and an etymologist. Every word for him told a story. And he founded something called the Wild Olympic Salmon, which was a salmon festival up in Port Townsend. And he resurrected a run of chum salmon there from his home house of Chimacum. So chum salmon are also called dog salmon because they grow these long teeth when they're spawning. Christmas tree of alligator dogs. When chum salmon are about to spawn, so prized for their eggs in Japan, they grow fangs like a dog and are called dog salmon. And that's when they get snagged in the net. When their fangs get snared, getting them out is quite a job. In our boat, we hired a bear to do that task. His name was Bob. I was the skiff man and rounded those puppies up, and Bear, well, he pulled them out with a lift so as not to hack the web or make a hole with those vicious fangs. But as events arose and we had to close and yard the web in fast, those dogs arose towering high as the wide net is drawn toward the narrow block, and a wiggly Christmas tree is formed of hanging toothy dogs. Now, seine fishing for a young man is the vision of a romance, but a Christmas tree of alligator dogs will wise one up to an ugly circumstance. Thank you, and I'll close now. Knee-deep in jellies. It's not the best when you pull a jelly set, jellyfish raining like frogs from the net, as they're pulled over the block and raining down on deck. Don't look up, is what the old-timers say. Standing knee-deep in jellies will make you wonder, what the hey? And makes you mind wander away to troubled times. And well, here we are, nearing election day.
All right, so who have we got here?
Chuck Harris.
Nancy Farron.
Kirsten Harris.
Okay, and are you guys a family?
We are and friend.
Oh, okay. And what brings you here?
We're here for the Fisher Poets gathering and just been loving it. Enjoying the people and all the different events that are going on. So it's been a great weekend. Plus the food in Astoria is pretty good.
All right, and is this your first year?
Yes, it is.
Is there any special highlight?
I think we like it all.
Yes, it's been a lot of fun, especially getting together with friends and being able to do new things together.
Any surprises about fishermen in general that you've learned?
The photographs in some of the galleries have really surprised me. I didn't realize some fish looked like that.
Oh, now I'm curious now.
It was a monkfish.
Well, what are you doing tonight?
A presentation on a new book about fins in this area. So we're going to go see that.
Great. And I don't know, did I ask you where you're from?
Seattle.
Okay, all three of you. All right. So and you came down specifically for this?
Yes, we did. So thank you for having it.
Oh, well, thank you for taking time. Enjoy.